Just a second, let the recording starts, then we'll start with our class. Okay. So this is where we had completed like about the optimal solution. I had like just explained you how to go about the optimal solution. Don't worry about it. So you are not having optimal solution. Only theory is there, but I explained you how to do it. Don't worry. Okay. So if you see, this was the question. This was the question given to you. Then we have solved using the Vogel's approximation method. So to get this particular assignments here. So after getting these particular assignments, okay, then we started with the optimality, that is modified distribution, Modi method. Okay, so what we are doing, we are modifying the distribution. So here in this case, I told you uy, vj, how to find. Then del ij, I told you how to find. Del ij is equal to cij minus uy plus vj. Then using those, we are finding this particular values, okay, for unassigned cells where everything should be in minus. If there is plus, we need to first tackle those things, whichever higher value is there. Then if you find any zero, that means we are having multiple solutions. Okay, so in this case we are having zero here. Okay, so from this place we are moving it to this place. Okay, that means assignment which was here will be moved here. Subsequently there are changes which will be happening in this particular square, because from where all we are moving from this end to this end like this, so there will be multiple changes. So what I want to tell you is, now here if you see 3a is this 0. Okay, after distribution what happens, we are getting this one. So 3a, if you see there was 0 here, now we are having an assignment and the 0 has moved to 4a. Okay, so this is what is a new solution, but it will give the same answer 4300. Okay, so if you go back and check for this without having this distribution, we will be getting 4300 only. You can go and check. So I did not see it. I think, yeah, 4300 you can see with this particular value they're getting 4300 assignments. So it was, the assignment was here, okay, at 4a, but we have shifted this 4a to 3a. So now the 0 has come from 3a to 4a. So now again we can do the same method, like we can shift it, but we can only shift it to 3a again. So 3a, 4a. So these are the two different ones, and here it is 160, 40, 100 and all are there. So that all values will also change. So if you see here 100, 120, here 80, 80, these are again changing. So we have modified the distribution and we have got the same answer, two different ways. Okay, that is what I wanted to tell you here. So now next there is something called as a maximization case. So here in spite we need a minimization for transportation. So at times instead of transportation cost, they'll give you profits. Okay, so many a times instead of those particular blocks, so in this particular blocks, if you see a M127, so these are the costs which were given to you. So instead of cost, what they'll do, they'll give you profits. So if you use that particular what do you call route, you are getting this much of profit per product of transportation. Okay, or per item of transportation, through that we are getting this much of profits. So when profits are given, I need not minimize the profit, I need to maximize the profit. So this is, there is a maximization case also, right? Maximization case or maximization problem. Write down maximization problem. So in the examination, yes, many a times they have asked maximization also. So this is also as important as the other minimization one. Okay, maximum times it will be minimization, but at times they can ask you maximization as well. So you can write down maximization case. In profit, if profit figures are given, if profit figures, if profit figures are given for a transportation problem, if profit figures are given for a transportation problem, then 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 that is a maximization problem. Then that is a maximization problem, comma, to solve such a problem, to solve such a problem, we should first convert, to solve such a problem, we should first convert, maximization problem, we should first convert maximization problem into minimization type. Maximization problem into minimization type by subtracting minimization type by subtracting all the cells, from the maximum value, subtracting all the cells from the maximum value in the complete matrix, from the maximum value in the complete matrix. Full stop. The solution is then achieved. The solution is then achieved. The solution is then achieved in the same manner. The solution is then achieved in the same manner as we solve a minimization problem. As we solve a minimization problem for finding minimization problem for finding the end result. For finding the end result. Full stop. The transportation allotments. The transportation allotments. The transportation allotments are multiplied by. The transportation allotments are multiplied by the original profit matrix. The transportation allotments are multiplied by the original profit matrix. Full stop. So what they are telling here is, if profit figures are given, I just explained you that if profit figures are given instead of cost, so it is called as a maximization problem. So to solve this, what we need to do? First, the maximization matrix has to be converted into minimization matrix. How? We need to find the maximum value in that particular profit matrix what they have given, and subtract that particular value, okay, throughout the matrix. Subtract that particular value throughout the matrix, okay. Then the solution is achieved in the same manner. Then we have converted into a minimization matrix. Then, as usual, like a normal minimization matrix, we need to solve the problem for initial basic feasible solution. Then again, while multiplying, so while multiplying the assignments, instead of assignments they are given allotments. So whatever we have allotted for which particular route, that should be multiplied by the original matrix. That means the matrix which is before we have subtracted the highest one, okay. So before that I need to go there and I need to multiply that. So I hope you have understood. If not, we will solve a problem. So whatever doubts you had, you will be like solving it there. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me after the solving of the problem. Okay. Now coming to the problem, take down this. So you can write the bottom one first. Solve the following transportation problem with maximum profit. So this is the question. Solve the following transportation problem with maximum profit. Solve the following transportation problem with maximum profit. Draw this particular matrix. So ABCD supply, 1, 2, 3 demand, and put all the profits and all the supply and demand. Write down this. So one more important thing, if they have not given, so which method to use for initial feasible solution. So what you need to do is you can directly go with the VAM method. Okay. So initially we used to do this because most of the time they would ask us the optimum solution as well, and the optimum solution you would get very easily using the WAM method. So again, you can use the same method. So if any particular method is not given to use, like the northwest corner method or LCM method or WAM method, you usually go and use WAM method only. Okay, if you are getting confused or anything, and if they are not given, you can use other methods also. But this particular method will give you the most near answer. Okay, to the optimum, or that could be many a times the optimum solution as well. The answer from the WAM method. So don't hurry up and move ahead. First, take down this. As and when you finish it, just let me know. I'll explain you what to do. So just tell me, students, when did you like when you finish copying this particular matrix?
Done, sir.
Done?
Done, sir.
Okay. So if you even if you are not done, please halt and look on the screen. So I'm explaining what to do. Okay. So in this, so this 1, 2, 3 A, B, C, D, these are just for namesake. Okay. They could give you anything market A, B, C, D. It is market, and this is the distribution unit or the manufacturing unit. Okay, or the godowns, what we call in general terminologies. And whatever this 12, 18, 6, 25 is there, no, these are the profits now, because they have told maximization profit. So these are profits. So out of this, which is the highest one? Leave the demand and supply. ABCD 1, 2, 3. So whatever you are having in this, just a second.
25.
25.
Yes, 25 is the highest. You found out properly now. Okay. Just a second. Yeah. So you told 25. So I'll mark this particular 25. So out of which matrix, I'll mark that also. So out of only these values. Okay. Don't get confused in the examination also. Okay. So it has gone that side. So I'll mark one more. So this is the square in which we need to find the highest one. So this is 25. Now what we need to do? We need to subtract. In the sense, don't write negative value, because this is the highest one. So it is not like 12 minus 25. It is 25 minus 12, 25 minus 18, 25 minus 6. We need to subtract all the other values with 25. So whatever the value you are getting in positive, you should write that. Okay, like for example, 25 minus 13 is 12. What is the value?
13, sir.
13. So similarly, 25 minus 18,
7, sir.
7. Right? So similarly, if I have already done this, you can check out here. So directly check, I have got 13, as you said, 7, 19, 25 minus 25 will be 0. Similarly, next one, that is 25 minus, what was the value? 8. 25 minus 8, I am getting 17. Then 25 minus 7, this will be, yeah. Then 25 minus 10 will be 15. Similarly, we need to convert now. Now, when we do this, this is called as the minimization matrix. So whatever you have done now, you have converted the maximization matrix to the minimization matrix. Okay, this was the important thing you should do. So for maximization, if you directly do it, you are getting the minimized one. So the smallest value that you will be getting. Okay, but what they are asking here, we need the maximum value and not the minimum value. So first we have to convert the maximization matrix to the minimization matrix. Now how to do it? By taking the maximum value and taking the subtraction of all the other values with that particular highest value. Then whatever the answer you are getting, the positive one you should keep, not the negative one. Okay, it should not, it is not like the smallest number minus the greatest number. It is the largest number minus the smallest number. Okay, so you can write answer, right? The biggest value is 25. If you are having a pencil or something, you can mark like this, or you can underline it. Okay, so the biggest value is 25, and we have to subtract, and we have to subtract the whole matrix. We have to subtract the whole matrix from 25. Okay, we have to subtract the whole matrix from 25. So here the word from is very important. Okay, so here I have made this particular mistake. So don't do that. From 25, that is whatever the value was there for 1a or 1b or 1c, we need to subtract it with 25. Okay, and not that number, 25 from that number. We have to subtract the value from 25. Okay, so you can copy this and use Vogel's approximation method, find out the assignments and let me know. As and when you finish the assignment, yeah, putting the assignments wherever you want, okay, using that particular method. When you finish it, just let me know. I hope you remember how to do it. Iterations 1, 2, 3, 4 on both the sides, horizontally also and vertically also. Yeah, students, faster.
Sir, answer is 9820.
9820.
20.
Yeah. Others, please check. Good, Jaswant. You are doing great. So you are the first person to answer most of the times. Good. So can we check the answer or you want some more time?
Sir, 2 minutes.
Okay. So I'll give you last 2 minutes, then we'll see the answer. Okay. Jaswant, what was your answer? Just let me know.
Sir, answer is 9820.
9820. I'll just write it here 9820 so that I'll not forget. 9820.
Sir, 9820.
9820. Okay, one more person. Last 1 minute, students. Do it fast. You should practice a lot this kind of, especially this particular subject. You should be very quick as well as you should not make any mistakes. You should be getting the right answers as well. You should not go wrong in any of the methods, like any of the steps in the procedure. Okay, even one step, if you are having some deviation, so it may lead to like completely different answer. Okay, so you should practice a lot because it should be fast as well as accurate. Okay, students, I think time's up. Okay, so those who are able to complete, well and good. Otherwise, you can continue later. Just check whether you got the correct answer or not. 9820 was the answer. 9820. Okay, I don't know. I'm getting. Whether just check you are getting the same answers. For 7, it is 200. Okay, I got to know what is the issue here. Okay, so Jashwant, is the assignment same? 7, it is
Yes,
200.
sir, it is correct. Yes, sir, it is correct.
It is correct. So I'll tell you where you went wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, others, please leave whatever you are doing and focus on your screen. Very important now. So this is where most of the students, even knowing, they'll go wrong. Excuse me. Even knowing the what to do, but still they go wrong because you directly multiply this 200 into 7 and 100 into 18, 180 into 11, 400 into 7, 100 into 14. No, you should not do this. Okay. So if you remember, I'll go back. So if you remember what is being told here, the transportation allotments are multiplied. Okay, multiplied by the original profit matrix. If you want, you can underline this in your book. Okay, this is very, very much important. Okay, the transportation allotments are multiplied by the original profit matrix. So what do I mean by this original profit matrix? So that's why I put a small this one here. See if you can see here. So this one. So this is not the part of the answer. Okay, this is the original matrix. So what is the original matrix? This one, the square which I have drawn here. So this is the original matrix. Okay, so this matrix I have put here. So when you are multiplying, so you should not multiply it with 7. You need to multiply it the value before subtracting it with 25. So what was the value before that? It was 18. Okay, so this was 18. So you need to multiply 200 into 18. That is what it is, 200 into 18. Okay, plus next one, here it is 18 into 100. So the bottom one only. So instead of 18, we need to multiply it with 7. 100 into 7. So here I have taken first 100 into 7. Okay, next one, here it is 7. Okay, and assignment is 400. So in place of 7, it is 18. So it is 400 into 18. Okay, so next is 11 into 180 here. So instead of 11, what I need, I will be having 14. So 14 into 180 or 180 into 14. The next is 22 into 20. So it is 3 here. So it is 20 into 3. Then next one, it is 14. So instead of 14, what should be there? It should be C3. C3 is 11. So it is 11 into 100. Yeah. Instead of 14, it is 11. It is 100 into 11. So when you add all these things, I am getting 15180. So even I got confused for a second, like how many of the students were telling. So even I got confused how it is 9820. Suddenly even I realized that you should not multiply it with this particular value here. Okay, for this particular assignment, it is the earlier matrix, the original matrix with which we need to multiply the assignment. Okay, so don't get confused. For maximization, remember. So that's why I told, underline that particular last sentence. It is very important. You could do everything, but at the end, if you multiply this, you will go 100% wrong. Okay, not 100. I can give you like 1000% wrong. It is. Okay, even if the assignments are right, because the amount that you are writing is not right. So it should be 15180. Just check others whether you are getting 15180. Those who have finished with this particular
Yes, sir.
multiplication. Okay. So remember, in maximization, first what we need to do, find out the maximum value, then subtract all others from that maximum value, then use your normal method. Then after getting all the assignments, so I should not use the word assignment because there is something called as assignment problem also next. So I am forgetting this, allotments. Okay, so use the words allotments here. So wherever you have got the allotments, check, go with the original matrix, then multiply it with that particular value and not this particular value, because this is the minimization matrix. Okay, this is the minimization matrix. I don't want minimization, I want maximization. So for maximization, what I need to do, I need to multiply it with the original matrix, then I will be getting the correct answer. Okay, so this is what is the answer. So if you want, you can again mark this, you can write, okay, going to multiply here, you can put this one, because in the examination it will be on top only, so not an issue here. As it's a different slide, I cannot go back and front, so I put this particular values here only. Okay, so make sure that you don't make this particular mistake in the examination in maximization problem. So only two things you should remember. One, get the maximum value out of the particular matrix, subtract this. Okay, get all the values, like all the allotments as normal way we do. Then while multiplying, multiply it with the values in the original matrix. So this is how we are getting the answers. Any doubts here, students? Anyone, any doubts? Any difficulty in any of these steps, what we did? That's why I repeated thrice. Okay, what we did. If no, please answer no. If yes, you can ask. No doubts? Yeah, students?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So we'll move ahead. So here, if you see, a flowchart is given to you. Okay. So what it is telling, whatever we did. So further more is there. It is for optimization. I've removed that. Okay, because optimization is only for you for theory. Okay, so I have removed. So first concentrate on this. So what is there? Express data in table form. So it may so happen that here, if whatever problems I have given, all the problems you had that particular matrix ready. Okay, so in many times you usually they won't give you, but in one of the question paper it was asked in terms of paragraph they will give you all this. So you need to construct that particular matrix. Okay, so I did not get that particular question here. So as and when we go back to the college, someone remind me later. I'll find out that particular problem and I'll solve it later in the class or in online only, because I'm not getting the sum. Okay, leave it. So we'll see it later. So anyway, you know what to be done. So there will be supply, there will be demand, there will be a particular things given to you. So if it is for maximization, profits will be given. If it is a minimization, costs will be given. You need to arrange it in that particular matrix. That's all. Then after arranging, the rest of the things remains the same. That is, you can go with Northwest Corner method, LCM method, or the WAM method. Okay. So this is the express data in tabular form. First, if it is not there, if it is there, well and good. So next thing, it is balanced problem or not. Okay. So I told you first one, because usually this would not be a problem many a times, 99% of the times, but there is a chance 1% they could give you in a particular what do you call paragraph format. So then we need to express it in table format. Then is it balanced? So whether supply is equal to demand, we need to check. Okay. If no, what to do? Add dummy row and or column to make it balanced. Okay. Then coming here, then it becomes yes. So yes, it is a balanced problem now. So what to do? We need to find whether is it a maximization problem or not. Okay, we need to check whether it is a maximization problem or not. So I did not give this because you would have been confused earlier without telling you what is maximization problem. So here, is it a maximization problem? If yes, what to do? Convert it into a minimization problem by subtracting each element of the table from its highest element. So just now we did that. So after doing this, we are having a minimization problem. We have converted it into a minimization problem or a matrix, not problem. So it is no now because we have already converted it. It's not a maximization one. Okay. So no. So find an initial basic feasible solution. So using three methods, we are having Northwest Corner method, LCM method, and WAM method. Okay. So then is it degenerate? I told you what is degenerate. M plus n minus 1 should be equal to number of assigned values. Okay. In the sense, number of assigned what we call squares or the values there. So you know, I had explained in the earlier class. Till here you are having. Okay. So if yes, okay, removing different things that is not there for you, don't worry. If no, continue. Okay. So it is not a degenerate one. If both are same, means m plus n minus 1 is equal to number of assignments. That means it is not a degenerate problem. Then we need to continue. So till here you should know first what, whether it is there in a tabular column, tabular way, or in a paragraph form. So make it in a tabular column or a table format. Then is it balanced or no? If yes, continue. If no, balance it. Then check whether it is a maximization or a minimization problem. If maximization, yes, convert it into a minimization problem. Then find basic feasible solution. So this is what is the procedure basically in a flowchart format. So remember this as well. Okay. So at times they might ask you procedure to solve this. So you can draw this if required. Okay. But only one thing that you need to focus here is in flowchart. So here it is a diamond. Okay. This is just not for fun. They have put it here. Okay. Whenever a decision has to be taken, yes or no. Okay. We need to put a diamond here. Okay. So if it is just to tell you something, so it will be a square or a rectangle, square or a rectangle, just to tell something. But for a decision place where we are taking a decision, if yes or no, okay, at that particular place we need to go with this particular diamond only. If you are planning to draw this particular thing, okay. So if you see here, they are telling you find a initial basic solution. So wherever there is yes or no, wherever there is a decision, so if you see here, there is a diamond here. So whenever there is a decision taking place, we need to have a diamond shape. Okay, it should be drawn in a diamond shape. So rest all, if you want to tell something, it should be in a what we call a square or a rectangle. That's not an issue. Then everywhere you know these lines. So from where to where we need to go, then the arrow should be pointing, just not the line. There should be arrowhead. It says from here I need to go here. Okay, from here I need to go here. So in normal case I could draw it on a reverse side also like this. Okay, if arrow is not mentioned, but it is not on this side, it is on this side. The arrows are also more important. The arrowheads are most important. It will tell you from where to where we are moving. Okay, so here see, everywhere the arrowhead is there. So if you want to draw a flowchart, so this is very important. So again here decision is there, so there is a diamond over there. So if yes, no, if there could be any other alternative, you can take that one also. See here. So but in this case it is coming back, so the arrow is showing like this. Okay, so that's why it is important. So in normal case, here it is coming, here it is going, here it is going, but here it is coming to this particular loop. Okay, or this particular diamond. So the arrowheads are most important. If you plan on drawing this, keep all these particular things in mind. Okay, so for CS students, CS not CA, CS students, they already know. Okay, because this particular flowchart they will be drawing and they will be knowing these particular terminologies. But others, when you are drawing a flowchart, this is the, there are others also, don't worry. But in this case, only you need to be worried about this diamond and rectangle or square, then arrows with the arrowheads pointing at where it is going. Very important. If you want, you can note it down somewhere. Okay, or your wish. So just you should know what is to be done, what is the procedure to be followed. Okay. Okay, we have 10 minutes. So this is a sum. Okay, again from one of the textbooks I have picked. Okay, so you can just solve this. Right. So there are 10 minutes. I think you will not take more than 10 minutes to solve this. Like with my previous experience with you guys. So determine an initial basic feasible solution. Determine an initial basic feasible solution to the following transportation problem by using, they are given all the three. Okay, feasible solution to the following transportation problem by using, first one northwest corner method, second one LCM method, and the third one VAM method. Okay, that is Vogel's approximation method. So the examinations similarly they will be giving you, they will not, they may or may not, but maximum of the time they will give you NWCR only. Northwest corner method very rarely. Okay, VAM, they'll give VAM only and not Vogel's approximation method. Very rarely they'll give you, but you should be able to find out. So what is NWCR, what is LCM, and what is VAM. So draw this and do it very quickly. 10 minutes we are having to complete the class. So I'll just write it. I have not found out the answer for this. I want answer from your side only. So northwest corner method. What would be the answer? Is equal to then LCM then VAM. So don't forget what is the first step. First check whether supply is equal to demand or no. Then if not, make it equal by adding rows or columns wherever necessary. If it is already a balanced problem, don't worry, start with northwest corner method. As and when you finish a particular type of solution, you just let me know. Like if you complete northwest corner method, let me know the answer. I'll write it over there. So we'll discuss with other students like whether they have got the same answer or not. Yeah, one more important thing to tell you. One of the students asked me, like, sir, whether we are drawing that lines on just after finishing that demand. Like, for example, if demand is over or supply is over, we draw that horizontal or vertical line, okay, to show that this particular thing is over. So, should we do it in the examination or no? Yes, you can do it in the examination. Otherwise, it is like you will be confused. So we don't have any issues for drawing those horizontal or vertical line to cross off that particular row or column. So you can do it in the examinations also, not an issue. So even in the textbooks, if you have, or if you check in internet also, the lines would be there. Okay. So it would be like a bigger format. It should be very like it will be very big and the numbers will be small. So you will not find it that messy in the textbooks also. Otherwise, like what you do is you draw smaller squares. Okay, the table would be small, and when you draw more lines, it looks like okay you are basically uh, making it a bit clumsy and all. So not an issue. You can draw those particular lines in the examinations as well. So not an issue.
So, NWCR answer is 1095.
1095 So others, as and when you complete, just check whether it is 1095 or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there is one more
Yes, sir.
answer.
1095.
Okay, good. 1095. Faster students.
Sir, for a LCM, answer is 812.
812. Okay, 812. Yes, others, please check whether it is 812 or you are getting the different answers. So no one else has completed LCM method.
It is correct.
Okay. Right. So why I ask you is I'll get to know like how many students have completed. Okay, that is the only reason. And there will be a cross verification also if there is any change in the values. Okay, so in both ways it will be helpful for me.
Sir, VAM 686.
686. Okay. 686. Good. Others check. Pass.
Sir, right, 686.
Okay. Good. So those who have not completed, complete and check. You can write down the answers. Northwest corner method 1095, LCM method 812, and Google's approximation method is 686. Okay.
Sir, answer is 686.
Yeah, it's correct. 686. So those who have not completed, this is the answer. Just check if you get 686 it is right. Otherwise, go back and see where you have gone wrong. Okay. So we'll stop our class for today. So in the next class, we'll start with assignment. There is something called as assignment problems. Again, this is part of module 3 only, not module 4. Module 4 is different. So in assignment, we'll see it in the next class. Okay. So we'll stop for today. And we'll meet you all in tomorrow's class.